What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to some more Rogue Trader. We just finished recruiting Cassia. You know, it didn't go great for them, but you know, like, I may have killed everyone she knew. I may have made her sign a contract, but all that matters is now we can get from point A to point B. And I did say I was sorry, so that fixed everything, right? So we have the choice between oh, we've already been there. Okay, I think we just have this. I think we go to Ryked Minoris, because it says we've already been here to this planet. Let's not show completed. Yeah, so I think we just have to, yeah, let's go, you know, let's go straight to the planet. I see no reason. Oh, as with all raises, trying to get from point A to point B, there's something that has to come up. Lord Captain, there's some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassia back to the deck. I get to go scold some commoners. Probably not. It's probably just talking to Cassie. I think this is where she's at the fireplace. Yes.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
The Lady Navigator is engrossed in pursuing the dusty tomes which appear to have been neglected by the other officers, be it because of sloth or dullness of mind. When you walk closer, Cassia looks up and hides the weathered book behind her back. Okay. Last title alone is not on attention all the time. What do you think you're doing here? Did I give you permission? We're not evil, okay, guys? We're heretical, but we're not evil. I see you are fond of reading.
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
She shows you the book, which turns out to be a collection of works by Acadian naval commander and poet Alias Quint.
Urek 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Cassia gently brushes off the dust off the cover with her thin, clawed hand, her eyes filled with longing after reminiscing about her lost home. The events that took place on Urek 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you well?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Cassia's response is reserved and pointedly decorous, clearly intended to create a distance between you. Are you satisfied with your new attendants?
Your servants are somewhat sluggish when it comes to attending a noblewoman of the Navis nobility, but they are quite tolerable. Thank you for your concern.
Oh, nice. Cassia cringes ever so slightly, adjusting the adornment on her forehead, then awkwardly hides her crawled fingers in the folds of her clothes. The unnatural appearance of navigators often become topics of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is clear that she does not feel comfortable aboard the ship teeming with new people. I hope that you have had ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting. Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I. I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
Frightened by her own words, Crassia covers her mouth, pales, and blushes, then pales again, hides her face behind the cascade of her snow-white hair. So guys, we're not romancing Cassia this playthrough, though I will let y'all know, I did romance her the first time. Very good character. I love Cassia. It did hurt to be mean with her the first time. That's why I cannot be mean with her anymore. But this is not the romance option, okay, guys? You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural, be they good or bad. It is just natural to share them with others. Yeah.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So, why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
Because that's the only place they exist. Because I put bullets in them. Theoretically, I cut them both down, but I mean, they're not here anymore.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
Okay, so obviously that's the romance option. She would not respond well to me saying to, so I'm not even gonna say to. But I don't think that's who Ignatius is, okay? But I can find childish is your manner of addressing me as if you were a friend. You are mistaken by that belief anyone here would be in. Oh my god. I understand what you are going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Jeez, dude. Again, you can really be like, hey, we should sleep with each other. Hey, you want to sleep with me? Dude, you can be a freaking horn dog. Perhaps my people just did not wish to disturb you.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump. Thank you for your company.
Okay, I think we navigated that pretty well. We're just a good guy, okay? We're a good guy. Oh, it didn't take me off the map. Is there anything of loot here? I don't think so. Is this a part of the ship that I can go to? I don't think so. Oh, this music's kind of sick. Ah. My nose is being funky. Okay. I think we just continue trying to travel. So we can do talking later. We need to get a crew. Okay. Okay. God, big vibes. As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you have been using to draw up yet another order falls from your hand. Uh-huh. I don't remember this. You raise your head with a start. Someone else is here in your study. You stand up and stare at dozens upon dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloodied faces of those who died on the ship's bridge. and those you met in your previous life. How is that possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone against a horde of heretics risen from the darkness to take your life. As if on its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the sole remnant of Kunrad Voidgear's weapon, slipped into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing around you in a nightmarishly slow advance. Step back or else. The dead only draw closer and closer, and your fingers involuntarily tighten around the shard, its sharp edge cutting into your palm. Oh man, dude, this goes crazy. It's a little loud, I think. Someone turn it down. This is a scene and a half. The unbearably bright light floods everything around you, and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hand no longer holds a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon. A skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving proportions, a curved design and an unusual hilt, adorned with the images of a closed eye. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it stills your breath. Oh wait, you have felt this gaze before, there on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind only confirms your guesses. The tapestry is woven, the path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion. I am the sword's master, not its servant. Remember that. You feel the sword's immense weight holding you down. You resist its will for a moment longer before collapsing to the ground in the sound of odious laughter. The strain is such that you fear your back could break at any moment. Borg, the first dawn is hereby woven into the tapestry of your fate. Seek the second dawn in the hands of she who rises above its future dominion. The former aspirant fell, and thus the new one will become the chosen of the Weaver of Destinies. Make mortals serve you as their god, and become the vessel of the Edge. You awaken from the vision, kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat and a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall the faces and the image of the sword in your hands. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor remind you of what just transpired. Pick up the shard. You reach your shaking hand out to the shard, now slippery with your blood. You wipe its metallic surface and stash your treasure in your clothes, next to your heart, and your soul forever seared by the great power of the warp. Dude, that was metal. That was... Link my account. Okay, I feel like these are special things. Dude, that was kind of sick, brother. That was kind of badass, if I do say so myself. It says there's loot here, but I don't think there is. We'll run back just to check. Oh, there is. What is that? Oh, a treasure room. I think we've already been here. Who are you? Would you like to take a bath, your lordship? Of course. Dude, this wasn't in the game when I played. Or if it was, I don't remember it. The soothing water crushes your senses, and your grateful muscles welcome the chance of rest. A pleasant languor spreads through your body as you allow yourself a moment of quiet relaxation. Oh. Oh! Address the master of absolution. I wish to see someone from my retinue. Which of them would you like to summon? Dude, this is so good. Dude, oh my god. Okay, I'm hoping we can do this more. Obviously, we gotta. I simply cannot bathe without my loyal seneschal. Abelard claps his hands together in a business-like manner, and there's an ominous glint in his unaugmented eye. Lord Captain, what a fortunate rarity to find you at leisure. Since you have nothing else to occupy your time, I will give you a lecture on the history of House von Valencius. I would not be doing my duty if I did not start from the beginning. I love it. I'm like, I cannot bathe without him. And he's like, oh, you have some leisure time. Let me count the whole history of your family. Enlighten me, Abelard. I will let you. As I was saying, we shall begin with the origins of your noble lineage. Abelard provides you with a daunting amount of information, but you still learn quite a lot about your dynastic history, whether you want to or not. Abelard's mustache twitches as he purses his lips in evident satisfaction. That is enough for today, your lordship. Permit me to leave you while you contemplate what you've learned. You two, get in here. I require company and pleasant conversation. Do you mean us, your lordship? There is no need to be shy. Relax with me for a moment. Orders received, your lordship. We will commence relaxation immediately. The enforcers are lean and muscular. They sit down awkwardly in the bathtub, clearly fighting the urge to stand at attention. What would you like to talk about, your lordship? We await your order. Dude. Tell me about yourself. Do you have any other responsibilities besides guarding these chambers? For hundreds of years, our clan has been responsible for ensuring the rogue traders' safety during times of leisure and relaxation. The enforcer's voice is filled with pride. I guard the bath chamber just as my grandmother did before me. She trained me herself and instructed me in my duties. This bath chamber can be more dangerous than a battlefield sometimes. You can slip on a wet tile and you can choke and drown. If the water is too hot, you can burn yourself, and it's too cold, you can freeze. There have even been cases where angry machine spirits have released sparks of fury into the water, and of course, there have been numerous assassination attempts, and the woman abruptly stops as the other enforcer clears his throat. It is reassuring to know my enforcers are prepared for anything. We live to serve, your lordship. We'll keep you safe. What do enforcers do in their free time? When you're off duty, we train, maintain our equipment, and pray at regulation-approved intervals. If we do not have time, if we do have some time for ourselves, we might play some Tantolo, and Braun over here carves things out of soap scrapes. She nods at her partner. Though for the most part, we barely get enough time to rest, let alone leisure. I demand a demonstration, Braun. The enforcer looks slightly flustered, but he quickly gets to work. After a little while, he presents to you with a bust of the Emperor about half the size of your palm. The Emperor's visage has been recreated with incredible precision and attention to detail. The small carving possesses the the small carving surpasses the work of many skilled sculptors. I will have it placed in my study. The enforcer is speechless in amazement. His eyes shine with pride. I am not worthy of your honor, thank you, your lordship. I wish to be fed. It will be done, Lord Captain. The woman reverently places slices of exotic fruit and rich-smelling cheeses into your mouth. The man brings a cup of amsec to your lips and wash it all down. They will do everything for you except chew and swallow, but you suspect that if you were to give them the order, they would find a way to do that for you as well. Okay, you seem tense. Your orders are to enjoy some of this food. An amsec. The enforcers are barely able to conceal their excitement as they shove delicious delicacies into their mouths and wash them down with obscenely expensive drinks. They have never experienced anything like this before, and they will never will again. It is a feast they will not soon forget, a story they will tell their grandchildren someday. You may relax with me until I finish bathing. We would consider it a great honor, your lordship, but please do not tell the master at arms we enjoyed you in your ablutions. Mistress Sourback will beat us bloody if she finds out. Relax and close my eyes. The tension slowly retreats as you bring yourself to a complete stillness, joint by joint, muscle by muscle, pore by pore. Before long, you have surrendered to the bastion of your body to the bliss of oblivion. Troubles, worries, loss. Such things do not belong in this newly established dominion of tranquility. There are only infinite waters of weightlessness in which, stripped of all things superficial, the mind of Ignatius von Valencius drifts into silent bliss. Dude, this is just crazy detail for just being like, yeah, you just close your eyes and you go to sleep. Like, dude, that's so. Oh my god, it is a conscious mind. What fills this conscience? Thoughts about the price paid for power, the inconstant paths through which the power is still obtained, and the people and things he will sacrifice for the sake of his supremacy. The cost of power is great, but when it comes to accomplishing one's dream, no price is too high. The moment of serenity soon fades, the body reclaims the mind, finding it once more to the familiar shell of flesh, sinew, and bone. Finish. You feel revitalized. This was truly an experience worthy of a rogue trader. Dude, we gotta do this more often. That was great. That was such a good time. What a thing I never expected to do. I never expected it to be in this game either. Like, it was such a random thing to just stumble upon. I wonder what update that got added in, because that was great. Where's Cabela? She stands at the back. Does she have anything she wants to say? I don't know if we talked to her or not.
Domin.
We did not. Domin Ignatius. Cabela puts away the dagger she's been using to reopen her freshly closed wounds. You torture your own flesh. What is the meaning of this ritual?
Torture? I bear the sacred marks of the Undying One's service. Death has bestowed them upon me. Though others may cherish hollow riches or meaningless beauty, it is my duty to cherish his gift of blood. Each wound is a symbol of our service to him. Each drop of blood carries his blessing. To renounce these scars is to renounce the Undying One himself.
I love this voice actor, dude. This voice actor is great.
Death whispers to me, you are worthy of bearing his marks. Tell me, Domin, do you wish to honor your flesh with his gifts?
Carve an nefarious symbol into your skin. I will do it myself.
Enough. You have made a mockery of the sacred ritual. So be it. The tenets teach us to hold no ill will. But I will have no part in this.
Okay. I'll do it myself. I just do that. I do that one like stupid I'm like, let me do this for myself. And I'm just like, I do this. Hold on, let me. I do that weird stupid like tattoo. They're like drawing everybody did as a kid. They're like, man, I'm so hard. I didn't do it right, but I would like to know more about the sacred mysteries of the death cult.
The Vizier taught us that there are many like us throughout the Imperium who spill blood in his name. Death cultists, as they call us. He said that no two death cults are the same, just as there are no two identical stars in the void. I will tell you about the blood-spun web, but I cannot speak on behalf of all death cults.
Okay. What is this cult's purpose?
The blood-spun web holds the bays of the flagship together with the threads of its faith. Such is our service to the Domini of the von Valancius line. The Undying One commanded the Domini to embark on a ship and sail the void's expanse. And thus, it became our duty to protect your dynasty and the Ark that became its home. This great relic of blood and adamantine. Some loathe and fear us. They call us murderers and reapers. Others call us dancers of death, who send the souls of the dead on their way. Both are right. both are wrong. We are servants of the undying Emperor. When he whispers that the time has come for a righteous martyr's soul to be laid in his blessed hands, we come to claim it. When he whispers that the wicked must know of his wrath, we come to reap. This is how we maintain order on the ship, unseen and guided by death's will.
Dude, she's so giddy when she says some of these lines. You hear the whispers in your mind telling you to kill someone and you obey. Have you ever considered this to be the arch enemy? How do you know that you could have made a mistake? How can you make it be as it may? Your thirst for blood. You hear a voice in your mind telling you to kill someone and you obey. Have you ever considered that these whispers could be the deception orchestrated by a minion of the arch enemy?
Death's whisper is unmistakable. It is not like the murmur of stars or the hiss of corruption. It is truthful, pure, unyielding. Only the most eminent of us, the high spinners, can hear the whisper of the undying one and give voice to his will. They must hone their senses and temper their body and soul for years before his call can reach them. If it puts you more at ease, you can think of these whispers as his providence.
How do you know you've never made a mistake? How can you be sure that you've never wrongly robbed one of your victims of their life?
We are carried along by a current of blood in the great river of fate. Life is not given or taken away by chance. If I see an enemy of humanity, my blade will sever the thread of their existence. I will not wait for a sign of his divine bidding. I am his will, and I do what must be done.
Let us speak about something else. Dude, there's so much you can ask. How long has the Bloodspin web been in existence?
Spinners carved the chronicles of our history on the stones of our temple long ago. But fate and time have erased our past, just as an exploding star erases a part of the galaxy from existence.
Dude, the writers for this game are just like exceptional. Like that dude is so good. These are such good lines. Like, but fate and time has erased our past just like an exploding star erases a part of a galaxy from existence. That goes insane. That's like a crazy line. That would go hard in whatever it was written in. What are the responsibilities of a vizier?
It is the vizier's duty to watch over the flock, to lead those who want to learn more of the Undying One, but are fearful of death, and guide those who seek answers in death, but do not know how to live. The vizier protects all, those who do not know we exist, those who are grateful for our service, and even those who hate us. The vizier sees what is to come, remembers the past, and accepts the present. They spin a web of faith and blood so strong that no enemy may sunder it. This is the vizier's burden. This is the legacy of the matriarch spider.
Who was the matriarch spider?
It is said that she was one of many, born in the void, the Domin's subject. She honored death instead of life, and for this, she was persecuted. It is said that when the arch-enemy's forces invaded the flagship during a warp jump, she gathered the Undying One's servants around her and saved the ship from ruin. Together, they spun the first threads of the web to ensure that such devastation would never happen again. It is said that she was strong and indomitable, but as the years passed, her heart became as stone, and thus the Undying One whispered her name to the one who would become the first vizier of the blood-spun web.
Dude, this is so good. Why do you call yourselves spinners?
Through blood, sweat, tears, and the strength of their convictions, the servants of the Undying One spin the souls of your subjects into threads of balance. This is why we refer to ourselves as spinners. Those who are newly committed to the blood-spun web are called lesser spinners. If they are faithful in their service to him, they may eventually become spinners. The most devout of us all are known as the High Spinners, of whom there are 7, each bearing a unique title. The Vizier, the first spinner, leads the cult. I, Kibella, am the second spinner. The third spinner's name is Io, and there are 4 more.
You say the God Emperor's death. There are some who might find this comparison blasphemous.
The Undying One is death itself. We serve him, and thus we serve death. This is not a comparison, attribution, or preference. It is the truth, and nothing can change it.
Can you teach me to follow the tenets of the bloodspun web?
The tenets are knowledge, an art that is passed down from one generation of the blood-spun web to the next. Even so, there are spinners who will never fully comprehend this knowledge in the time allotted to them by the Undying One. The tenets dictate how one follows the thread of life, but they are also the thread itself, from first breath to last. The tenets cannot be taught. They must be lived. Only then will you understand.
Well, you have satisfied my curiosity for now. Dude, that was just one of her, like, 6 options.
May the Undying One shroud your footsteps from the faithless.
The writing for that character is just insane. Like, oh my god, that was just fantastic. I enjoyed all of that, dude. I was sitting there, like, when she started talking about the spinners and the high spinners and the first vizier and stuff, dude, like, I was like, man, if only I could write that for, like, my D&D campaign. That would just go crazy. Thank you all. We did hit the 30-minute mark, unfortunately. Dude, I could sit here and talk to these characters for literal hours. Like, there's so much dialogue to be had. I do feel, you know, I do want to try. I gotta try to find that balance of talking to NPCs and also having combat. Next episode, we will head to Rykad. Is it Minoris? I think that's where we're headed. We will go to Rykad Minoris and start exploring, I believe, the city. But until then, I must go. Thank you all so much for joining me for bath time. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.